I think it's time that I fulfill a promise that I had made a few months ago. A promise of when I said that I would explain a mask that I had created for my channels or channel. That mask being this one. I don't know why I'm making this video dramatic. It's not even that dramatic. All it is, I have 70 subscribers. Look, I think you pretty much got the point already. I'm just explaining what the mask really is. I think I'm just going to fulfill the promise either way. There's like a whole lot of things that I'm going to have to explain, so let's get all the way through it. First of all, let's get the Volaris eyes and the Volaris and the Cruz Azul eyes all the way. The eye on the right, yes, this is the right eye, not the left eye, because, you know, when I wear it, it's going to be my right eye. So essentially, this is the Cruz Azul logo. I think you can pretty much tell why. If you look at my description and look at the favorite teams that I have, you'll see. And then the Volaris logo on the side, because, well, Volaris is my favorite airline, mainly for their logo, not because of their cheap prices. I mean, it's the main airline that my parents use for me to, you know, fly. And about this, like, gray line, about the gray lines here, honestly, I just put them as, like, aesthetic. And also here, cursive, it's supposed to look like a, what do you call them? Like little rivers or something. And if you look up, they're Roman numerals in cursive. MMXII, which is 2012, and 525 or VXXV. Now I want to say something real quick. I don't know if I am making this up, but when I wanted to make the channel, I was thinking of calling it Casmex XV. So it's like a portmanteau of Mex and XXV. But I didn't really, you know, roll with it. That's when I ended up with a Casmex 2012, because, you know, that made a lot more sense. My still kind of lets it live through, because it's Casmex 25. But it's not really the way that I would, you know, have it. Next up, we have this thing here, this giant patched up part. I don't know. When I made this, it originally was supposed to be like a thing that represents Guadalupe. Pull up an image of what the image of Guadalupe looks like. It's essentially just Mary. But I put like pieces of paper over. Okay, but like really, I just patched it up because I felt like it was taking up, like, it looked a little weird like this. So I essentially did it to, you know, but now I just have it here as like a thing of saying, like, even if we make mistakes, we could make something out of those mistakes and make something beautiful with them. It's just essentially kind of what Bob Ross said. Just happy little mistakes. Something like that. This thing here, oh my gosh. This thing here, this is a ash cross, usually associated with Ash Wednesday. I think you can kind of tell where this is going. I already said something about the Virgin Mary. This is a cross from Ash Wednesday. I think you can kind of tell where I'm going with this. I'm growing up Catholic. I'm literally growing up in a Catholic family. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just trying to tell you, like, that I'm just growing up in the Catholic religion, really. Well, not exactly. I mean, like, I'm still trying to learn it myself. I mean, I have this in my room. This, yes, that includes these two things I made. This candle, yes, another image of her up on the doorway. Even on my wallet, I literally have a little scapular thing here. Yeah, that's what this thing is called, scapular. But we usually just call it escapulario, because Mexican family. Speaking of Mexican, yes, I literally just have the Mexican flag on here. I had like no other ideas on like how to make it abstract, so I just did it like this. Let me continue with this entire thing. Did I mention that I was Catholic? Yeah, I think I did mention that. And then we have the Guadalupe thing here. It's, well, inspired by, not literally her. It's some design. You have like the little thing here of like her dress itself and the veil. Now, at first, it may just look like a whole jumble of stars. But if you look close, first of all, you have the Corona Borealis. The Corona Borealis. It's outlined by little gray dots. And this is supposed to be Gemini, which is apparently my sign in not Greek mythology. It's something with like those like star signs and like, oh, this month is this and this month is that. Honestly, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. So I kind of just have it as like a ooh, fun little thing. And also this thing here, it's like a London 2012 Paralympic Games reference. I'm gonna make a controversial take here. I actually kind of like the 2012 Paralympic Games logo. Probably one of the most controversial takes I have made on this channel. Because, you know, a lot of people back then, they were, like, extremely mad. I kind of find it funny that, you know, a whole bunch of adults during 2012 were just, like, arguing online, talking about, this logo sucks. Oh, I don't like this logo. It looks very crude. When I was literally just a baby, and I was way more, what's the word for it? Mature. If that's the way to say it. I mean, they were more baby than I was during a baby. I don't know, I just kind of find that funny. This is the inside of the mask. Nothing special. I mean, this is like the helmet part of it here. I made it from like a cereal box. But yeah, that's essentially what this entire thing is. It's nothing too much after, you know, I explained the whole thing here. It's kind of just like a mask that I wear. I made to wear in videos where I would need to show my face in order to, you know, do the entire thing. But I digress. Next thing you know, I'm making an entire Chow cosplay from 1990. Which I'm probably going to do for Halloween. Maybe I'll post about it. Who knows? But yeah, that's essentially what this video was for. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a beautiful day or night, depending on what time you are watching. And see you next video in like probably 2 months. Maybe 1. And also plus that Volaris trip idea that I was promising. Maybe that one too. See you. Bye-bye.